What is up, internet friends? My name is Chuck. That is my beard. That's the T-WRX, and as you can see, it's got a headlight out. Tonight, we're gonna fix that. Alright guys, what are we doing tonight? Why a video for headlight bulbs? Well, we're gonna do a modification that you'll find all over the internet for this generation car. It is swapping from the standard H11 bulb to a bulb that fits a couple other model cars. I think it's used as a high beam in some cars, but it is the H9 bulb. As you look at the bulbs, they're very similar. The bulb circumference and height is very similar. The sockets are almost identical. We're going to get into that. That's where the modification comes in. Something that has plagued these cars is terrible headlight output. What we're going to do is swap in this bulb, which is brighter and give us a little bit more light. It's been deemed safe by many of the internet scientists. They've done things like test the wiring temperature, test the temperature of the housing. If you go online and look it up, you'll find plenty of internet experts explaining why this is a safe thing to do. Why I feel comfortable with it is these cars are equipped with projector headlights, which kind of focuses and directs the beam where we want it to go. It doesn't allow for as much fragmentation and stuff of the light if you put in, a brighter bulb in a standard housing that's not meant for it. So we're going to get into it here in a minute, but first I'm going to show you the differences between the socket itself. It's a very small modification. Honestly, it's probably going to take you longer to get this bulb out of the car than it's going to modify this bulb and put it back in the car. Alright, here we go.
Before we compare the bulbs, we actually have to get the other bulb out of the car. Cars these days, am I right? You gotta pull off so much stuff just to be able to get to the things you want to get to. So you see me, I'm pulling off these two little clips. It's going to let me release the intake funnel. Once the clips are out, intake funnel is very easy, it just pops right off. On the driver's side, obviously there is another funnel in the way. This funnels down your windshield wiper fluid. There's a cool little bendy thing that helps you bend it out of the way, but basically do the same thing, pop the clip off and bend it out of the way. Oops. Okay, so now that it's out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and pop a cap off the back of the headlight. It's gonna expose the bulb you're typically used to seeing. See me reach my hand under there, I'm gonna turn it counterclockwise and pull it out. Careful with the wiring. Don't put your fingers on the bulb itself. It might be hot if you were just running the car. And if you're going to reuse them, it's not great to have your oils on the bulb anyway. Alright, back on the passenger side, very easy again. Rotate the cover off, expose the bulb, turn the bulb out of the socket, unplug the bulb, don't touch it. It might be hot again, and this clip just pops right out. Now you're looking at the two bulbs. On the left is the H11, on the right is the H9. The H9 is the one we want, H11 bad, H9 good. So as you look closely, you'll see that there is a small tab on the top of the H9 socket that doesn't exist on the H11. This is bad for Subaru wiring because it will not plug in. The tab on the top right there, you're going to need to trim that down. The tab on the bottom, you want to stay, just to sort of dummy proof it so you don't plug it back into your car upside down or weird. I don't know if that does anything weird, but it might, and we don't want to burn anything up or break anything today. So leave the bottom tab, trim the top tab, and you'll be good to go. Obviously you're free to use any method you see fit. I used a razor blade and a small flathead screwdriver to kind of chisel a little bit of the plastic out of the way. It's very carefully as not to damage any of the inner connecting of the socket. You may have to try this a couple times next to your car to make sure it actually will plug in and make sure you've trimmed away enough material. So that's it. Do it to both bulbs. Go back to the car, make sure you can plug it in. You see here I'm taking it, I'm plugging it in directly into the factory wiring. So there's no modification to the car itself, it's just your new bulb. These bulbs are pretty cheap. They're like, I think $12, $15 a piece. Super cheap mod to get a little bit extra headlight output. You don't have to go buy any crazy Sylvania Silver Stars or any of these weird things that they charge $50 for a set of bulbs for. Basically we're going to plug it back in after you get the caps back on and the funnel back in and the air intake back on. Basically go outside, see how it looks, and let me know what you guys think. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. I'm really happy with the results. But as always, if you want to modify your car, make sure you go on the internet or somewhere and decide whether it's a modification you can live with. I'm really happy with the results. I'm going to enjoy the extra light output, but that doesn't mean you will be. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. And a teaser for another video. The seat I'm sitting in is the project, one of the next projects for the M. See you next time.